A couple weeks ago, I wrote an article that's been resonating with a lot of people. It was about how anytime we feel dis-ease in life, so we're confused, something feels hard, it feels unfair, like life is against us in some way, we're caught up in a habit, an addiction, anxiety, any of that, it's always showing us one thing. And what it's showing us is that, imagine life as kind of a river. It wants to just flow right through us. Stuff happens, thought happens, feelings happen. All of this kind of happens within us and through us as human beings. And that's fine. That has a wonderful, natural kind of flow to it. But whenever we're stuck and feeling like it's hard or unfair, or we're doing things to comfort ourselves that are hurtful, we can know one thing, and what we can know is that that river is not flowing so smoothly. And the only thing that makes that river of life feel like it's not flowing so smoothly is us innocently getting in the way. And the way that we tend to get in the way is that we don't like what's happening, or we have ideas about things that we are clinging to as if they're truth. Basically, I just picture us as this huge open vessel, and stuff just moves through us. And we can, from our mind, from our thinking, say, I don't like that. I don't like this. I want more of this. How come she got that and I didn't? And that's the equivalent of us kind of getting in that natural flow. And, imagine a flowing river. If somebody steps in the middle of the river, the water's still flowing, but it's slowed down a little bit. It has some obstacles to navigate. It can do it. It does just fine. But it's just a little harder, a little different. And that's kind of what we do innocently, mentally, emotionally. We cling to, without even knowing half the time that we're doing this. I'm not at all saying we do this on purpose, but we get caught up in our ideas and our preferences, and we fear our experience, and that creates obstacles. So we're not going to see all the times that we're doing this. We're never going to notice it all the time. But the way we've been designed, it will be always pointed out to us by the way that we feel. So anytime you find yourself stuck in something, or it feels like you're stuck in something, things feel hard, you can know that this is going on. Now, you don't have to go in and fix it. Just knowing that this is what's going on fixes it. Because it's like, okay, I feel bad, or I'm doing this habit over and over. I don't know how to get out of it. All right, well, I know that I'm innocently the one creating the obstacle, and I'm not doing that on purpose. It's that I'm clinging to some ideas, some concepts, some thoughts. I'm judging my experience. I'm fearing my experience. I'm just creating that in a way. And again, we're never, ever doing this on purpose. Every human does this. We all do it. So there's no blame in this. But there's something about just seeing that that's just happening in our psychology. It's not the world. It's not that we need to learn more. It's not that we need to add more and bring more in. We just need to let that go. And something about seeing how that works allows us to more easily just say, oh, okay, there's some mental thing in there. Maybe I'll just relax into it, like it almost even just the visual of just opening up and being that channel through which life flows helps so much. Knowing that we're in there holding on to something and we don't need to do that helps so much. So, and talking about this article and this idea a lot in the last couple of weeks with clients, I've been thinking of this game, Operation. Maybe you remember it. You actually don't even have to remember it because it's still out. This is my kids, and they're 5 and 7, so they're still making these. I think mine in the 80s didn't have the teddy bear. That's a new addition. But you know the game, so you have to take the little tweezers and go in and pull out the guy's organs and things, and you have to do it very, very carefully, because if the tweezers hit, and now you're very focused and you're trying to get this out without touching the sides, but if the tweezers hit the sides, it's a horrible, horrible noise because you're so focused, and then you get that big buzz and the nose lights up. And so anyway, these are all different sizes, different shapes, right? Some are bigger than others. Some are easier than others. The wishbone sucks. Horrible. It's so hard to get that wishbone without touching the sides. And this is kind of how we are. I don't know why this game just kept coming to my mind as I was talking about this, but it's like when we get really constricted and things have to go a certain way, or we have to be a certain way, or we want our habit gone now and we're not okay with it taking a little bit of time, or, we just get so kind of caught up in all these ideas and thoughts and fears, and this feeling's okay, and that one shouldn't be happening. It's like you get really small, like this wishbone hole. It's like in your river, you're just adding junk to the river, and suddenly what used to be a big wide river is now really narrow and constricted. That's what makes it hard. Now, you can just see the smaller this is, more likely you're going to get that horrible noise and you're going to feel badly, and it's going to be like, oh, this game's hard. I don't like it. And all that is it's a smaller space. And I just think it's so cool to see how we make our life a little smaller and our space a little smaller by adding and clinging to all this gunk on the sides, and it makes everything a little smaller and just harder to get through. So I just thought this was kind of a cool metaphor, and just wanted to bring it out and give me an excuse to go get the game in the middle of a work day. So thanks for listening. I hope this has been helpful.